Hi guys, welcome to my channel, Chaos Before Cosmos. If you are new here, my name's Kerry. Welcome back, OGs and homies. Hope everybody's doing good today. So what should I say for you guys over there this evening? In my side of the world, hope you guys are having a good day. Going to be doing just some mini reads today, some chats, just chilling. Next week, guys, if you check out the live tab, we've got a bit of a something different next week on Thursday. So for those of you guys that know our moderator Ralph, I've got a bit of an interview that I'll be doing with Ralph. So if you guys aren't subscribed and don't have the notification bells hit, make sure you do that if you want to check that out. Or if you want to check out any of the other live streams that will be coming up in the future. But again, today we're just going to be doing some mini personals. If anybody's keen to get a little reading done, members take priority, super chats, donations take priority. Yeah, I think that's all that I kind of need to say for now. We'll get into the daily jazz in a couple of minutes. If we feel called to, we might do a little collective energy check-in. But again, we're here doing mini personals, so, you know, we don't really need to do general anything right now. Let's have a look. What do I want to grab out? Oof. All right, let's grab those out. Let's get these ones out. How are you, Dazza? How are you, darling? Good morning. Rise and shine. What am I looking for? Alright, I'll pull out cards as I need them, I suppose. Alright, let's just get through the daily jazz for today, guys. It is where I'm located, Thursday, the 20th of August, 2026. That breaks down to 281, the number 11, the number 2. So again, 2 energy overall for today. Thursday is ruled by planet Jupiter, which is Sagittarius energy. Sun's in Leo for another 2 days, and moon's in Scorpio, transitioning through to Sagittarius at the moment. So it's just your daily jazz for those of you guys that need to know. Again, got another 2 days left of Leo season before we get into Virgo season. So change of season, right? What's going on in your neck of the woods, Dazza? What are you up to today? A whole lot of fuck all, or what's on the plans today? Oh, by the way, Daz, what did you think of the the garlic ASMR? So my kids, so my daughter has a bit of a habit of, she has a bit of anxiety, and so with her anxiety, she tends to like pick at her cuticles sometimes. So, I've been trying to find like different ways of like, you know, being able for her to be able to satisfy that kind of that feeling that she gets from it. So anyway, I get her to peel the garlic. When I buy like bulk garlic, I get, you know, bulbs, and I get her to basically do all the peeling. And her and my son were doing it the other night, and I don't know how we got onto the conversation of doing the ASMR, but like my kids are like got this, you know, like this day and age, everybody wants to be, you know, on YouTube and be a YouTuber and stream and blah blah blah. So anyway, my kids were like, "Oh, mom, you know," like, so anyway, we did a garlic peeling ASMR. But it's so funny because like I can still hear my kids. You know how kids like heavy breathe when they're concentrating, and it's so fucking cute, right? Like, but I can. There's like, even in the ones where they're trying really hard not to, I can still hear their little breathing noises. There's a couple of little bloopers where my daughter goes to pick up a bunch of cloves, and like one pops out of her hand, and she makes this little She makes this funny little noise as this one little garlic just escapes her hand and then goes back to silence. But it was just so funny anyway. So I've put it together. I haven't sent it to them yet or showed them yet, but it's a very appealing task. Darren, that's like dad joke spec does. That's dad joke spec. But anyway, I haven't shown them the finished product, but I showed my bestie and my partner, and yeah, they thought it was, pretty good for the kids' effort. So anyway, I will be posting that at some point to my shorts feed. I don't know if my kids are hoping to go viral off of some garlic peeling, right? But anyway, they thought it was fun. It was very exciting for them, and they'll be very thrilled at the idea of their hands, because it's nothing more than their hands, like handling the garlic and shit. So it's it's very kind of innocent. They're not actually their faces and stuff, because again, like I'm not about putting my kids on the internet like that. So. But anyway, they think it's pretty damn fucking cool that mum's going to post their garlic peeling ASMR. Oh, God. The simple things, man. Kids get joys out of the simple things. But in the end, yeah, we all had to finish peeling. So I've got like 2 massive jars of peeled garlic now sitting in the freezer, just ready to pull out and use when we do cooking. So makes it a lot easier than having to, peel it as you go. And also, if you're buying it in bulk, by the time you get around to like using all of it, it'll have started sprouting and, Opinions, questions regarding Jesus Christ. No comment. I have no opinions. I have no opinions on anything. I just sit here and I do what I'm told. I don't know. What's your opinions? What are your what questions? Are you asking me, do I have any questions, or do you have some questions? I'm not sure that I'm the best person to answer any of those questions in regards to that, though. Do I have any questions? Man, I've got a lot of questions. Are they specifically about Jesus? Nah, I just have a lot of fucking questions, just about life and humans in general, I got a lot of questions. Well, that's a matter of opinion. I could seem smart. There's a lot of people that seem smart and they're out here actually really fucking stupid. But anyway, what's smart? What determines if we're smart? Book education? Like a long list of credentials of courses that you've completed? Is common sense what deems you as being smart? Like there's just I've got a lot of questions. You get what I'm saying? A lot of questions. I think the thing is if you're not asking questions and you're just always just accepting any answer that you're given, that probably means that you're not as smart as you think you are. Just That's my opinion. See, there you go. Now I've got an opinion, don't I? I do have an opinion. Thank you for bringing that out in me. Also, guys, if you're in here, just satisfy my ego by double tapping your screen for me. That would like really, really help today. That would really help. It really helped my confidence, you know what I mean? It really helped me get into some King of Wands energy up in here. You know what? I am passionate about what I do speak about. What I do, what means something to me, I do get quite passionate about. I can be non-humble, right? There's things where I haven't been humble. I haven't always been humble in certain areas, and I'm still not humble in all areas. There's always room for improvement. You've got some drive-by compliments, yeah. Some drive. Are we talking like actual like drive-by? You're just stopping by and then you're just gonna just drive on out, or is there another meaning to that? But no, I try not to have opinions on things that I don't really know too much about. And if it's something that's of interest, then I'll go learn about it. I'll go work out what my opinion on that is. I love that. That's beautiful. You are loved too. Definitely some good, a good reminder there. I don't have a religion. I was brought up in religion due to my heritage or my culture. But I don't really follow religion. I do find value in, there's value in scripture and in the Bible and in any religious text. There's value. Again, it's interpretation. Everything's up to, open to interpretation. And the thing is with humans, right, is that we can so easily twist something to make something fit our interpretation, to fit our narrative. So we've got to be careful with stuff like that. But when it comes to actual, like the constructs of religion itself, I mean, when you look at different religions, and if you've been one to look into different religions, it's pretty easy to see that there's such a common thread in. I'm seeing right now 4444 on my screen. Triple blah, 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 blah. I'm seeing 4 4s on my screen. It's very easy to see that there's so many similarities in the stories and the characters, right, that we see play out in religion. And I think, anything beyond that, where we start to step into where things become more structured, where there's, individual religions, and it goes beyond, spirituality, right? And then it goes into something else more like a system, right? Once it gets to that point, like, that's where you've kind of lost me. Once it gets into like rules and regulations and limitations, and once it gets into a point of binding, right, you've lost me, right? Once it gets into divide and segregation and shit like that, you've lost me, This is why, like, when I sit there and think about it, like, when it comes to like, like immigration and like wars over land and shit, like, I mean, it's fucking ridiculous, right? Like, we're all beings of this earth, it just, I don't know, like, just, yeah, there's a lot of a separation when you start to get beyond just the baseline of scripture and of spirituality. So for me, it just, yeah, it's that separation that I don't like. It's that this is the rules now, and it's like, once you sit in that, then you can't expand beyond that, right? Exactly. There's, you don't have to be a part of a religion to worship God, right? Or the creator or source or whatever you want to label it, right? You don't need to go to a church to do that. That, again, these are man-made constructs, these buildings, these places, these are, and yes, a lot of this was, for fellowship, for worship, for things like that. But that's not what, actually connects you to that higher power, right? It's a personal thing, But yeah, all those systems do is create division and fear and set limitations and boundaries as to how far humanity can actually grow, And that's what I don't like about it. Random, how are you? How have you been? What's been going on with you? Now, I'm wondering if I can do I still have? I do, I still have 5. I thought I did. Just thought I'd do those. Oh, look, random. Random, you got one. Oh, Sprinkle got one. Awesome. I love that. Do I have more? No, I'm pretty sure I've done my 10 for the month. So next month I will have to wait. Okay. Alrighty. I don't know how long I'm going to spend on here today, although I should probably spend a bit more time to get my algorithms bumped up again because of the lack of streaming lately. Let's just open up this chart over here. God, that's a little bit hotter than I wanted to make it. That I've been putting cayenne pepper in my mocha or in my hot chocolate, and I put a little bit too much. Hey, beautiful, how are you? What's been going on with you? Babs, I was going to ask, is your work schedule slightly different to, or is it the time zone that's different? Because I've noticed that, and it's usually only shortly after I finish streaming by the time that you pop on. So I'm like, I know, obviously I know because you've moved states and jobs, but is it just that the time zone difference is what's making it different, or is it your shifts that are different in compared to when you were in New York? Oof, less pepper, definitely less pepper next time. It's the shifts. Okay, cool, yeah. Yeah, I was like, I knew there was like something that was different. Something's different. How you been though? How's things going? Are you settling in? Okay, yeah. Right. So you're at work now until 6:30. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. Not that, you know. Oh, you're off tonight. Okay, cool. All right. No, it's just like, you know, because obviously, like, I mean, look, you know, not like my schedule hasn't been changing. Do you know what I mean? Like, your schedule's allowed to change, babe. It's just, yeah, I just thought I'd ask the question. I just thought I'd ask. Sunday, Monday, Tuesdays, and some weekends. All right. Yeah. Yeah. See, I need to, I don't know. I need to set maybe some times or do a schedule, but I don't know. Lately I've just been coming up here when I come up here, you know, when I've been, because again, I've had a lot of stuff going on that I've been doing at home, so it's been taking up a lot of my time. But obviously now that I've done a lot of that and finished a lot of that stuff, you know, I've got more time, and rather than sitting around, I might as well utilize it here. Yeah, I'm just gonna sort of coast for the rest of this year. I think I've got events booked for. I've got events booked every month until the end of the year, as it is. So that'll keep me busy. And obviously, yeah, I'll keep popping in here. But next Thursday, what we're doing with Ralph, like I'm hoping to do a bit more content like that. Obviously we'll see how that one goes. So that'll be like a little phone interview thing that we're doing with Ralph. So that'll be cool. We were supposed to do it today, but I couldn't get into my Facebook Messenger on my other phone to be able to use it as my phone so that we could call. So we're going to reschedule that for next week. So, okay, don't get along. You work with men are so difficult. I don't know. Well, I don't know if working with men or women is better or worse, right? It depends on what the work is, I guess, depending on how emotional people are getting. But you work with men and they're so difficult. And you need to house hunt soon. Okay. So, but yeah, I mean, look, you know that where you're at, the living arrangements right now is just a stepping stone. So, but don't put too much pressure on yourself either, you know. Do what you have to. Oh, okay. Oh, are they mansplaining to you? Are they, babe? You're being mansplained to at work? Like, oh, she's pretty and she's blonde, so she must be dumb. Well, I don't know. Maybe you're gonna need to roar a little bit, babe, and just put them in their place. Let them know, you know. Say it before you snap, though. You know what I mean? Say it before it's like, oh shit, where did that come from? You know, and then you get an extra label of being crazy on top of it. That's what your manager told you. Yeah, look, that's what I mean. Like, I would just start, you know, asserting yourself sooner rather than later. So you don't just like all of a sudden just pop off one day, you know, and then they're just like, oh, see, like, and then like label you as being, you know, being a woman and stuff, you know, like just, and then the last thing you want to hear is, you know, like, now, don't be crazy, don't be acting crazy, right? Yeah, girl backbone. Well, again, that's probably why the challenge is coming up for you, Amber, to see, are you going to stand your ground? And excuse me, Miss Leo, if whilst I've got my notebook here with me, shall I just travel back a few Leo live streams? I think I should. Let's go back here for her because she needs to hear it. Okay, so not that one. It wasn't that one. Let's go back a little bit. Was it this one? I think it was this one. Was it this one or the other one? There was something, though, about needing to stand your ground. It was either the not last one or the one before, right? But there was something very clear about a situation where you needed to stand your ground with a particular person or a particular situation. There was also something about work that had come up. Where was that? Where was that? I'll find it because it was like, that was like a few weeks back. We talked about that. Where is it? Must have been the one before. But yeah, it was about needing to stand your ground with a particular individual. Might have been actually in one of the predictive messages things. I'm not sure actually now. I know it was there though because I remember it. I remember it coming up in the channeling before it actually physically appeared in the, like, energetically. Could have also been like a little bit competitive energy as well that you're dealing with these people. Where was it? Where is it? Hang on, here. There's something here. Hold up. No, that's not it either. Man, my notebook's so messy. Like, I'm like just going through. I'm like, God, my writing's so messy in here. Yeah, standing your ground. There we go. There it was. And I think I did this message on... It was like 2 weeks ago, babes. It was 2 weeks ago. And in the notebook, the first thing I'd written was about standing your ground with somebody at home or work. Now, interesting, because it was like, you know, it could be anything. It was doubled up. So, I don't know, is that both fronts? Are you dealing with that on both fronts? Because that's what it kind of like felt like with that energy. All right, I would like to thank your family, your parents, and that. Random. Oh my god. All right, can we just read out Random's comment out loud? He wrote, I would like to thank my family, my parents, without them, whom I wouldn't be born, my friends, who made sure I know Oh, I think he wrote, okay, see, the problem is that Random's not as smart as he thinks he is, and he's definitely not the smartest person in the room, and I'll tell you why. Because he seems to be missing words out of his little speech here. He meant to say, my friends who made sure I know what it's like to be the smartest one in the room. However, because he's actually not the smartest one in the room, what he wrote was, my friends who made sure I know it is like to be the smartest in the room. So anyway, to Random's friends, right? Shout out to you guys for being the smarter ones in the room at the time, you know. The message was sent across. Oh my god. Dad's a little over controlling. He's trying to help. Okay. Okay, yeah. I'm going to say it like this, babe. This is like how I'm going to say it, right? And look, I'll back it up with some cards because, you know, not that I need to for you, right? But the problem is that she didn't actually want that. Right? Like, it's like what's happening isn't Page of Wands in reverse. Yeah, this was not what was making her or what's making her content, right? So that's why she's being the way she's being, because she's probably having to say yes to something that maybe she didn't want to, right? And, you know, your dad being a parent going, you know, no, this is what we're doing, right? So that guy in reverse totally looks like you. Which guy was he? He was the Page of Wands. What, you look reversed? Is that what you're trying to tell us, Random? You look reversed? Or do you want to look like what he looks like in the upright? That's what he looks like in the upright. Oh no, dude, I think he's maybe like a few shades lighter than you. That's all I'm going to say. Just a few shades, you know? This one looks like he's somewhere possibly in a Eastern European, maybe even England, right? Maybe just straight up English dude, right? So I don't know. He's a few shades lighter. That's all. Yeah, that's what it is, though, Amber. It's that she didn't want this to be the situation, you know, and so she's just having to kind of grin it and bear it, which, look, it's neither here nor there how she should feel or how helpful or unhelpful she should be, right? What matters in this situation is that your dad's chosen to step up and help you where he can, right? And offer you that stepping stone, that space so that, you know, you can get settled in and figure out what you're doing there, right? So he's just doing what he has to do, and he's probably having to keep the peace. So if he gets a little bit stressed out or whatever, or he gets a bit snappy or whatever, it's probably because she's putting him under some sort of pressure. Because again, this is not the dynamic or not the way that she wanted life to be, right? It's like, you know, instead of just accepting that she is in a relationship with somebody who has children, and you get what I'm saying, right? Because at the end of the day, this is what it is, right? When you go into it, like, and it is hard. It's not easy when you're dealing with somebody else's children and you're in a relationship, and then you've got that dynamic, and, you know, the other parent's like still got to be the parent, right? Because you're not going to be the priority. It is hard. It's not easy. But like I said, as long as your dad's doing the right thing by you, you know, she's just gonna grin it and bear it, right? And it'll only be for a period of time. But that's where she's behaving. That's why she's behaving like that, you know, because it's like it's putting her out, kind of. if that makes sense. But that's not for you to sit there and feel guilty about, right? Because at the end of the day, like I said, she's gone into a relationship with your dad knowing that, you know. Random, do you have two do you have two channels? You got two channels here? But yeah, it'd be a little bit it'd be causing friction as well between them. But yeah, a total goofball, just like that dude in the picture. Oh, you've got way too much fucking time on your hands, man. I'm gonna say it like that. You've got way too much time on your hands. Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, she's probably just shitty. I mean, look, okay, because yeah, she could be just assuming that he doesn't want to go now because you got up late, da 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 da, and it could just be one of those things where, like, you know, one thing sets everything off into like a bad funk, or he just couldn't be fucked going, and she's just upset because she didn't get her wings. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, imagine how you'd feel if you had your heart set on some chicken wings, right? And you're like, yes, fuck yeah, we're getting those chicken wings tonight, right? And then all of a sudden everyone's like, no, we're not fucking going. She's not going to go on her own, right? She's not going to go on her own. It's like probably like everything. She probably feels like everything at the moment, everything that she wants is being put on the back burner, you know? And that's fine. She can look at it like that, or she could look at it from a different perspective if she wants to, because she's also a grown-up and can choose how she wants to feel about the situation. She could sit there and go, look, you know, this is just a period of time where, you know, I've got to sit here and support my partner who needs to be a parent right now. Like, she could put herself in a more positive mindset of, you know, and show up in a different way rather than being like a child who's not. It's like when somebody's like, you know, not getting somebody's attention, you know, it's that. So she's probably going to get snappy over a lot of stuff. I just tell her, don't take it personal, babe. You know, don't take it personal. But I'm also going to say it like this. Yes, it's all your fault. It's all your fault, but there's nothing you can do about it, Amber, right? It's just, that's where her mind's at, you know? It's your fault. It's your fault, and that's fine, you know? But don't let that change your plans, you know? Don't let that be what forces you out. At the end of the day, that's your dad, and let him do his job, you know? Okay, that's why you need to, because of your behavior. I see. Yeah, I see. I don't know, man. What could you be doing that's worse than some of the things that I've said on this channel? And I haven't been. Or unless I haven't, I just don't know about it. She's been negatives. Yeah. Yeah, and like I said, Amber, it's like, it just sounds like tantrum, you know, like tantrum kind of. Okay. Oh, did you get unblocked, did you? Did you get unblocked? Yeah, see, because I'm the one that does the blocking, you know, then blocked again. Yeah, that's a whole nother story. Let's just not get into it. Let's just say someone's so blocked that they had to send me an email. You picked a fight with a random girl. Typical. And I'm sure what you said was so bad. Yes, I received email. Because when I block you, that's it. You're blocked. You're going to have to pigeon mail me, email me. And even then, like, then I'm just like, oh, block email? Yeah, block email. Blocked. On block. On block on all levels. Did you use my joke? Did you use my line? It's a joke. It's a joke, not a dick. Don't take it so hard. Everybody knows that's my joke. Random. Don't be stealing my jokes. It's all right. Not the first time somebody's stolen my jokes or my lines over on that channel. Well, I mean, looks like she did take it pretty hard then, and also didn't quite get the joke either. You've been using it way too long. It's a good one. Look, it's a good one. It's a good one. It's a good one. But yeah, no, I don't care if I'm blocked over there or not. It's blocked over here, and yeah, it had to email to get in contact, which yeah. That's dedication though, right? Like when you've been blocked somewhere, man, you're finding any avenue you can to contact a person, right? You may, absolutely. What are we reading about? I'm like, don't you be coming in here with fucking some retarded fucking question random. Like, I know you, homie, and I know... Oh, general, I'm like, all right, good. I'm like, don't you be asking no retarded question about your pregnant ex-girlfriend who you haven't seen in like 12 months, but, you know, she's 6 months pregnant. I don't want to hear about her. All right. Banana, how are you, beautiful? Yes, I am back. 11:22. I am back. Oh my god. Yes, you can, son. You can have a general. All right, better get a piece of paper out. Hey, better get a piece of paper out now. All right, random. I was about to call you Randy. Hey, Randy. Hey, Randy, how are you? We're going to call random Randy from now on, all right? So, Randy wants a general. Randy wants Jen. Then we've got, all right, so next in I'll have to do Amber because she's also member, and she's not just a mod, she's a member. She just shows up with her blue instead of her green, so Amber. Is general as well. No, hang on. For shadows. Yep. What's in the shadow? Then I'll do Sun. We'll do you. General. So Sonali. Yep. General. General. Okay. All right. Let's get into it, my beautifuls. All right, let's get into it. Let's get a focal point. Let's get a focal point for you. Your family too. You are family, baby. You are family. All right, ransom. Let's have a look. Oh, it's interesting what you were just talking about. Randy wants a gin. No, you don't want a gin. God, no, you do not want a gin. You don't want a gin either. Anyway, random, this is about looking at the connections that are surrounding you. Okay, so this card talks about look at the connections that surround you, use your voice. It's time to speak up. Communication is the key. So I don't know if there's some people around you, or again, you've been surrounding yourself in people that are like wolves in sheep's clothing here, or getting comfortable, or again, surrounding yourself in fake energies, right? Could be significant. Okay, now this could be as well, like, in online space, right? Surrounding yourself with people that aren't genuine. Okay. Interesting. We've got the number 4 showing up. So 4's showing up in the card 31. We've also got the 4 of Cups here. So I don't know if you've had to disconnect from certain people, you could be feeling a little bit melancholy at the moment. Maybe you've discovered or you're seeing, who's real and who's fake here. It could be creating like almost like a sense of loneliness here. So it was interesting because when I first started, I was like, there's something that spirit wants to say. There's something that spirit want you to take seriously. I don't know what that is. There's something they want you to take more seriously. It's something that you already take seriously though, right? So I don't know if there's something to do with work or studying or something. There's something to do though with they want you to take something a little bit more seriously, or even take something to the next level, or try and get something to the next level. Could be significant. It looks like though there's some sort of change, maybe a transformation surrounding connections and friendships here. We've got the Death card coming out, so again a time of transition here. Just seen the I've just seen the Knight of Wands on the bottom of the deck. The Sun is here, so I don't know, there could be some more positive energies that are coming in. Or that's where spirit are wanting you to expand, right? Is bringing in or trying to connect in with some more positive energies or more like-minded energies, right? But there's definitely like again with the Death card coming out and then the Sun card coming out straight after it. There's some sort of positive transformation here that's happening. Okay. Okay, interesting. Just be careful that you don't make be careful that you don't make any decisions not okay, no, it's not make decisions, or there's something here about a lack of courage or a lack of confidence, which could affect the way that you like move towards something, or the way that you make some sort of decisions here. So be mindful of random, like you're in any insecurities that might come up. Like let's just say an opportunity comes up, or somebody, you meet a new person, whether it's like romantic or friendship, right? Try to make sure that you can pinpoint and catch yourself if you start having like negative thoughts, or anything kind of shatters your confidence in actually moving forward with what that is, right? Because you could actually start creating blockages for yourself in opportunities, or with the energies that are actually meant to be around you right now, by being so guarded, or by being by not being confident. You know what I mean? Absolutely don't sell yourself short, but yeah, like don't feel like afraid to like move into these things that are like being offered around you. So if an opportunity is coming up, like it's coming up right now to bring you into a more positive space. Okay, so whether that be like, again, like spirit putting people in your path, opportunities in your path, jobs in your path, whatever it is, like that's meant for you to take, right? So again, like don't let a lack of confidence, grab it, right? Grab it, because it's all positive, right? It's positive stuff. Okay, it's time to leave hermit mode, right? So yeah, it's time to like rejoin, and like hopefully you've settled into like where you're at now, because I know like last year, I think it was last year when you were moving and stuff, so hopefully you've settled in with where you're at now. Okay, and again, like when these opportunities are coming up, right, for you to get out, like start getting out, right? Start getting out. Okay, start getting out. You're in alignment now, right? So Seven of Cups in reverses. Yeah, with the Chariot coming out underneath that random, you're in alignment now to be able to move forward. Okay, again, with the King of Swords coming out here, again, making head over heart decisions. Okay, so again, not letting not letting your emotions be the deciding factor, like looking at, okay, logically, right, what's actually good for me. Okay, yeah, well look, again, there's a point of where you need to guard it, and you've got discernment now, right? All the shit that you've been through before, you can tell who's who and what's what, right? But don't let that be a deterrent for moving forward and engaging with new people and new energies here. Okay, yeah, because it's like in the past, Seven of Swords, like you've had people like be strategic, and you've had those situations, you've had all that shit where, yeah, exactly, you've been there with that bunch of roses, right? And again, with that Seven of Swords, it's like you've been betrayed in ways, right? So yeah, don't betray your own heart though, with the desires and the things that you want by closing off to it completely either, out of fear that it's, you know, not going to work out the way that you want it to. All right. So Eight of Swords in the reverse, it looks like again you're releasing yourself or freeing yourself from you know, things that once upon a time held you back. So it's like you're ready to go. Okay, you're ready to get going. All right, that's what I got for you, random. All right, Amber, let's have a look for you, my beautiful. Let's have a look. You asked, let's go back up now. Let's just write down as well. Twin, you want to jump on and get a general. Okay. So I've got Amber, Sonali, and then Twin straight after. So if you're still here for it, I will call you out and you can let me know if you're still here. All right. Hey, Lily, how are you, beautiful? Okay. Amber, let's have a little look, see what's in the shadows you need to be aware of at the moment. Now, are we talking, Amber, are we talking your internal shadow, or the external shadows? We're talking like external energy, internal energy. That's the only thing I want to know, because they're going to be different. They're going to be different, obviously. Me personally, Mal, I don't give a fuck about the external shadow. I don't care. Try and even come close to the light right now, right? You get what I'm saying? So, I don't know, Leos in particular, man, don't stop being worried about what's in the fucking shadows. I'm telling you, it comes anywhere near you, babies, you're going to expose it. You are the light, okay? Well, Amber, as you said that, we got, again, third-party situation coming out again. I think we're going to see Capricorn and Gemini poke their heads out. But what else is new? Also, something about, what's going on with your brother? What's going on with your brother lately? What's the energy like there between you and him? There was something, I don't know why, you came up in my mind the other day, babe, and something about your brother. Like, there was something about you and your brother situation. I don't know what's happening there. You're never late, Ralph. You're always on time. Just don't be late next Thursday. Says the chick who rescheduled our live stream, right? He's been really quiet, reserved, pulled back. Baby, I'm like, that's why I asked. I'm like, I knew that was something going on there. So, yeah, he's feeling some type of way. Okay, so you got your brother out there feeling some type of way. Now, this could be what we're talking about here. Let's get a few cards and see what's going on. So it's either going to be your brother or this other situation, right? The other situation. His wife answers you. Oh, wow. Man, that's just like... And you know what? That must be shit for her too, right? Because she knows she's put in the middle of that shit. All right, Spirit, talk to me. What is this energy about in the shadows for Amber? Ace of Swords in the reverse. So yeah, that could be a lack of communication there, lack of clarity. Page of Swords in the reverse. Gossip. He feels stuck and hasn't made changes like I have. Well, yeah, he could also be, I don't know, he could be bitching a little bit. He is talking, yeah, he's talking about how you've moved, right? There's conversation about how you've moved, released your fears, right? Working towards, what did you walk away from? Yeah, you made a decision to walk away from any drama, right? But who's he talking to? Okay, who's he talking to this about? Who's he talking to this about? He's definitely upset about something. Three of Swords, right? But that's what's surrounding you at the moment, right? So it's like, I don't know, why is he so upset about, and again, like that third party energy there. Like, it's like he's too involved. He's too involved in He's too involved in what you got going on, you know? And if he wants to be involved in it and wants to be about it and a part, like he needs to be about it to be a part of it. Do you get what I'm saying? Nine of Swords. Yeah, he's not happy. Not happy, right? Not happy. Ay, ay, ay. Oh, he's really unhappy, babe. Just really unhappy. Excuse my fingernails, by the way, guys. Like, I've been in the shed the other day. It's just... Anyway, I'll catch up on, you know, looking after myself when I've got time. I've got time. But, yeah. Yeah, stop putting your wife in it, man. Like, that shit's fucking awkward, right? Like, every card I got, like, there's so many, like, third-party energy. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's... He shouldn't be putting her in a situation like that. Right? Yeah, I just asked. I just said in my head, like, what's your advice? Just pull back. Pull back your energy. That's it, right? From now on, do not... Yeah, you've got the ability to control, to change the outcome here with Kappa. So, I'm going to start like this, Amber. You know what? What's good for the goose is good for the fucking gander. You pull back now. See how the fuck he likes it when you don't reach out, right? See who reaches out to you when you don't reach out. I guarantee it'll be when something happens, when some sort of shit hits the fucking fan, that's when he's going to reach out and call his sister, be like, hey sis, do you know what I mean? But don't keep chasing, don't keep anything, right? It's nice that he sent you a card, but that's a little insensitive. It's a little detached, a little fucking, like, who the fuck does that? Do you know what I mean? Who the fuck sends a fucking card and doesn't fucking call their sibling? Like, you might as well have just fucking spat in her fucking face, dude. You might as well just fucking kick her in the guts. Do you get what I'm saying? That's not the kind of behavior, you know? That's not kind of behavior that to me wouldn't be like, oh yeah, he wishes me a happy birthday. To me, that's like a big fuck you. That's what that is, right? So that's how I would take it. That's how I'd take it. All right. Okay. Thank you for the super chat, Hassan. All right, let's have a look. Oh, love Eli. There we go. Okay, beautiful. All right, let's have a look. What's the question? Will Valentino reach out to you, and what will the outcome be? What will the outcome be? All right. All right, we're going to look at that because that's next on in the priorities. Then after that question, we'll go to Sonali if you're still here, Twin if you're still here. Then I did see something else. Did I see something else? I might be tripping. Somebody else. Else did ask for a question as well. If we get time for it, it will be at the end of that list. All right. So I'm wanting to hear. Hi, Nigeria. All right, let's get into this question about will Valentino reach out to you and what will the outcome be? Let's have a little look-see. Are you waiting for a response? Are you waiting for a response from Valentino, or are you just waiting for somebody to reach out? Why can't we reach out? Why do we have to wait? Unless we're waiting for a response. Okay, yeah. How do you pronounce that? How do you pronounce that? Because I want to pronounce it like Diana. Is that correct or is that wrong? You're in a breakup. Okay. So you are kind of waiting. You're waiting to see what's happening. All right, let's have a look. What's going to happen? What's going to happen? Show me what's happening here in the situation. Spirit, please and thank you. Show me what's happening here in the situation. Okay. Who felt unhappy and trapped? Somebody was feeling very, very unhappy in the situation, like their hands were tied, bound, right? Bound by what though? Bound by what though, Spirit? Okay. It's like Diana, beautiful, thank you. It's like I don't know. There's an energy here though of somebody feeling like any kind of growth, like it was almost like very, very hopeless, or like just the idea of there being some sort of growth in this situation. It almost seemed like impossible. What's his next move, Spirit? What's his next move? Okay. Okay. I'll say like this. This isn't the news that you want. This isn't the news that you want. All right. It's not the news that you want. It's not the news that you want. The thing is here is his intentions, what he plans on doing. He plans on leaving this out in the cold, right? It's like I got 3 of Pentacles in reverse, 5 of Pentacles, 6 of Cups is in the reverse, right? So I don't know, to me it looks like this is somebody, and then it goes to the Hermit card. So it looks like there's a release or a leaving something where it is, not working with it, and doing some self-reflecting here. So I don't know, this could be, it could take some sort of time. Okay, maybe that's what he needs, is some sort of time here, but it looks like yeah, I don't know. It looks like that his mindset's kind of right now in his mindset's in the, it's a third party situation. His mindset's in the thing of it's the cycle's closed and done. It's a done, closed cycle. Now, I don't know if that's the same with the other, right? But yes, look, this individual, I don't know, there's manipulation and shit going on here. There's a lot of immature emotions. This is not a good investment. 7 of Pentacles in the reverse. This isn't a good investment, okay? Somebody's definitely, they've got the 2 of Pentacles here. So there's definitely juggling, okay? But it's like, I want to say it like this. I don't think that this is a situation that, this isn't going anywhere positive, right? The Sun is in reverse. King of Cups in reverse. This isn't going to, or like, this isn't somebody who looks like they're going to emotionally commit in a positive manner. All right. So what's her advice? What's the advice? Let's have a look. What's your advice? It's the end. Okay, it's time to leave the situation behind. Okay, the death, it's over. Leaving something or someone behind. All things come to pass. Something finalized. So you are being told to leave this behind. Okay, focus on your happiness, rewriting your happiness. Spirit also asking you to look at all the good things, right, this could potentially bring, right? You've been doing this, or whatever this is, right? You've been sitting in that situation, that energy. It's been going on for too long, right? So we've been procrastinating on moving on, even though we know we're meant to, okay? So again, that's your advice, is to let this go, right? Is to let it the fuck go. I just seen on the bottom of the deck the Hope card. Now, the Hope card goes both ways. It has a negative and a positive side to it. And this one in particular on the bottom asks, are you holding on to false hope? Okay, so don't keep holding on to false hope when you know something's done. It's done, okay? Especially if it's a third party situation. I personally, I'd be putting that on block, okay? Yep, pull yourself back, right? It's time to pull back, okay? It's time to focus on you, right? Time to focus on you, healing from this situation, looking at what what led to this? How did we get into this situation? How did we get ourselves here? Not on the other person's perspective, right? How did we get ourselves into this situation so that we don't get back into a situation like that ever again? So again, leave that connection in the past. That's where it's meant to be left. Okay. I know, again, it's probably not what you want to hear, but it's not about what you want to hear. It's about what you need to hear, you know? And that's the thing. It's like, we can't sugarcoat shit and call it fucking dessert. It's still shit underneath. It's just got some sugar on it. We don't feed you shitty desserts, right? We'll either give it to you hard and straight or not at all. All right. Sonali, can you let me know if you're still in here? Twin, can you let me know if you're still in here? And Diana, can you let me know what your question is, please? Time heals all wounds. Not just time. I mean, you know, time when you don't actively work on something, it can take a long time, right? But eventually, yes, you do overcome certain things. Sometimes we can suppress those things, but give yourself time to actively work on, you know, the elements that you need to heal within yourself, whether it's codependency, abandonment issues, whatever you can identify as being your pattern in your relationships. You know, because again, what is the most common denominator in all our failed relationships? It's us. You know, it's our choices. It's what we choose. You know, it's nobody else. It's never anybody else, right? And the second we start to give that power to other people, then we no longer have it as our own. So yeah, when you're in your power, you should always be in your power, right? Always be in your power. But yeah, you focus on what you know is your thing and heal that, so then you don't attract that same entity or that same energy back in. And you want a general. All right, I think we're going to get straight into yours because I haven't heard from those other two. So you want a general. Let's grab a couple of oracle cards first, see what comes out as your theme at the moment. Let's go this way. Let's go this way. Okay. Okay, all right, we've got joy and freedom. All right, joy and freedom. So now the kind of theme I'm getting with these two cards here, again guys, if you're interested, this is my oracle deck, the Chaos Before Cosmos oracle deck. Links to my Shopify is in the chats below or in the description box. All right, so basically you know, it's time to I don't know if you've been, give me, yes, but it's like, take a little bit more so I can understand this, right? Let's grab a different deck here. Let's grab this one here. Okay. It's like I need to say, like, give yourself permission. Okay, so I don't know whether you're the kind of individual that constantly is overpouring into other individuals. That could be the case where you're constantly pouring everything into everybody else and, you know, trying to make sure everybody else is happy, trying to make sure everybody else has what they need, to the point where you actually don't give yourself permission to do nice things for yourself, or you don't allow yourself a lot of time to just have fun, right? It's like you're so committed to catering to the needs and wants of everybody else around you, right? That it's like you're sacrificing. It's like sacrificing your fun. All right. So with the Fool coming out here, Spirit are like, you know, it's time to have some adventure here, right? With the Freedom coming out here, and the Fool coming out together. You know, this is about really you know, just stepping into the unknown, right? Stepping into it, right? With no expectations, no hesitations, right? So I don't know if something's just recently changed here in your life where Spirit are saying now's the opportunity, right? I feel like there's something that's happening around you, which is like allowing you the opportunity to actually start investing this time into yourself, right? So whatever that change is, okay, yeah, it's like no longer having to, so again, I don't know what it is, but Spirit are like, you don't have to like you don't have to keep being the fighter for everybody. You don't have to keep battling everybody else's shit. You know what I mean? It's okay for you to actually take time and go on your own path and go your own direction. Ooh. They can. I was like, they can look after themselves. Whoever these people are, whatever this is, there is more that they could be doing, or there is more that the energies around you could actually be doing for themselves. You don't actually need to be doing. There's, again, opportunity here for you to have some sort of growth, some sort of expansion, to have some sort of, again, things that you want, right, to come on into your world. So, again, releasing yourself from any self-imposed, right? And that's what it is. It's you constantly feeling like it's your responsibility to bring this happiness to the world and lives of other people, right? That it's you're the one that's actually creating that blockage, right? That bind. Okay, so maybe time to start telling yourself that no, they can. Okay, you're not responsible for everybody's happiness. You're responsible actually for nobody's happiness but your own, and that's the actual truth of it. You're actually not responsible for anybody else's happiness but your own. Okay, so reserved is here. Pull back. It's time to pull back your energy and give some of that to yourself. Right. If you haven't been, it could also be because that wanted to keep popping out wavelengths, right? Might be time to find your tribe, find a new hobby, or surround yourself with some people that have got like-minded beliefs, hobbies, things like that, where again you can find your own space of joy, right? So your perspectives change. Good, because again, like, you don't need to keep sacrificing yourself for everybody else's happiness, because at the end of the day, it's like when we do something because we feel like we're supposed to, we're meant to, we have to, but then we hold that resentment and shit because really we want to say no, right? We want to say no, but we just say yes because we're afraid. We're afraid of how people will feel if we don't say yes. We're afraid of, the consequences, right? Oh, so-and-so will leave if I don't cater to their needs, or so-and-so will crack the shits. And let people crack the shits. Let them fucking leave. Let them do whatever they want, right? At the end of the day, if you're having to sacrifice, bam, baby, I literally just split my deck and look at that. Philotimo, love of honor and self-sacrifice. What are we talking about? Babes, we can't make this shit up, right? Stop sacrificing yourself, okay? I get it, and it's admirable, right? But you're going to deplete yourself, okay? And life isn't about living for everybody else's needs. Life is about you too. So I don't know if there's a bit of issues when it comes to self-worth, what you're worthy of receiving, okay? Because that could also be a problem where, again, if you don't feel like you're worthy of receiving, you're always doing, trying to prove something to try to get something that you don't even feel worthy of receiving, because you won't even let yourself slow down enough, right, to see what people would give or how people would show up if we didn't keep showing up for them first all the time, right? So start being a little bit more selfish, okay? And it's not selfish, it's self-preservation, okay? Unless it is directly impacting or harming another person, then it's self-preservation. So I think you need to spend a bit more time focused on you, okay? Yeah, more than worthy. That's right. More than worthy or deserving. Exactly. Beautiful. And it is hard, right? Because I get it, right? Because a lot of us, if you've got wounds, especially like trauma wounds from childhood where, you were never good enough as a kid, right? Nothing you ever did was good enough, And so you always sat there and tried to do more to get your parents' approval or to get that love. Then we adapt that as a part of us, right? It becomes who we are. And so then we naturally operate like that no matter who's around, okay? And some people are really, really good and very, very ignorant at the fact that they take advantage of that, right? It's not with intention that they do it. It's on offer. Why would the fuck would you not take all this wonderful shit that's on offer, right? That's where we see people being like almost over deserving, right? Over entitled. So there's those of us that are like acting as though we're under entitled, and then there's people that we give to that are acting over entitled. So, but it's because we feel like if we do more, they'll love us more, they'll support us more, they'll appreciate us more, they will reciprocate love more, right? It's like whatever we do, they'll give us something for it. And the thing is, we find time and time again that never happens. We keep giving more and more of ourselves only to find that these people give less and less, because why do they need to? We've trained them into knowing and believing that they can do fuck all to get everything from us, right? How do I know it? Because that's how I spent 38 years of my life. That's how I spent 38 years of my life until I stopped, right? I mean, yes, Spirit forced me into a very, very, very hard rock bottom where I had to learn all these lessons very fucking quickly in order to survive and get back on top of life. But I know it because I've been there, and I used to be that person where it was like, oh, if I don't do, man, now I hardly do anything for fucking anybody, right? And sometimes I sit there and I think to myself, Jesus, you're such a selfish bitch sometimes, Kerry, or, you know, but nobody has to carry me. I carry my own, right? Like I hold myself through life, right? So, I can do and be what I want to, right? And what I don't do is I don't go giving to situations that aren't reciprocal anymore, because I love myself enough, and I'm now wholesome enough that I don't need to fucking earn your fucking love. I don't give a fuck, man. You either love me because you want to, right? Or go find someone else to be your fucking monkey, your circus clown, your whatever, right? I'm not here to entertain you, you know? So when you get to that point where you no longer need the approval and the love and that from other people, and you just give that to yourself, you no longer do things that you used to just to get that, right? Like, I don't need to do anything to get it. I'm just whole as I am now, right? I'm whole on my own. So if I give to you, that means something, right? It means more than, it's not me coming from a place of desperation trying to get your love, right? It's not that. Now when I come out, when I'm doing something for you, I'm doing it because I love you, not because I want you to love me. You get what I'm saying? That's the difference, you know? So do things because you love a person, not because you want them to love you. Because the second that you start doing something for a person to love you, right? It's all fake, right? That's not love. You get what I'm saying? Whew, that was deep. Jesus, Spirit, far out. People like that will never be satisfied. That's it. They never are satisfied, right? It's like, I'm telling you, man, like, I literally got to the point in my marriage to the father of my children where, dude, like, literally all the fucker did was go to his job, come home, sit down, eat with our children, and put them to bed. I cooked, I cleaned, like I used to prepare the dinner, and then I would work, and like I did everything. I literally did the bins, I did the lawn, and I was thinking, the more that I do, right, then he'll have just that little bit of fucking capacity to love me, right? And the more I kept taking on, the more responsibility I kept taking on, the fucking lazier he became. The less and less he did, the less love that the less fake love I even received, because in the beginning it was fake love, right? But it's like I kept getting fucking less and less, not more, right? And then what did it do over time? It depleted me to a point where I became a fucking cunt, right? I was a horrible fucking wife in the end. I fucking hated him. I would have done anything just to fucking hurt that man, right? But it wasn't him I hated, it was me I hated for not fucking leaving, right? We know that now, right? We know all that now. But the point is that it doesn't matter how much I fucking gave to that man. He couldn't even give me fucking this much of himself, right? So I burnt myself out for years, right? Doing all this shit, right? Even up until the last day when I kicked the man out of the fucking house, right? Filling up his fucking water bottle every day. You know, shit like that. Like, where you just go, like, for what, man? For what, right? So take all that energy, that effort that you pour and pump into fucking everybody else, right? With the expectation that they're going to love you. And fucking go love yourself, man, because that's the only truth. That's the only true love that's going to be there in that situation. Anything else is going to be forced. It's going to be fake. It's going to be manufactured, right? And then it's not genuine. And it's not going to feel the way you want it to, because it's not pure. It's not truth, right? It's not coming from a good place. So that's not going to satisfy you, right? Either way, you know? But yeah, overdoing for people is definitely a trauma response. You know what I mean? It's a response to childhood trauma, to things like that, where we haven't felt good enough unless we do, you know? It's like, unless we're performing like fucking circus monkeys for certain people, you know, we just never feel good enough. And the truth is, you already are good enough. You're fine just the way you fucking are, all right? We never stop to think, hey, maybe it's them, you know? Maybe it's them. In some situations, we don't stop to think, maybe it's me. And in others, we don't stop to think, hey, maybe it's them, right? It's crazy. Crazy. Steve Austin, interesting. I love that. Hey, baby, you look beautiful today. Well, thank you, Steve. I feel a little bit average today, but thank you for the compliment. I know, you know what it is, right? Like, it's winter. Like, I need some sunlight. I need I need to do a lot of stuff. I need to spend a bit more time on my personal care routines. Like I said, I've just been busy, man, lately. My hair's a mess. My nails are a mess. Everything's a mess. I feel pasty white as fuck because there's no sun. Well, there is. I just haven't been out in it. So, but I am looking forward to it. It's starting to get warmer over here now, and you can start to feel like the shift in the energy of the air. Right, it was really nice yesterday and the day before. It was just like, oof, you can feel like I could feel spring starting to like slowly creep in here. Right, it's really fucking nice. So spring is my favorite season, even though I do get a bit of hay fever. I do love spring the most. And obviously being a Leo, right, ruled by the sun, I like the sunnier months, you know. I don't mind winter, like I like my hibernation periods too, but I'm very much looking forward to the weather getting a bit warmer and it giving me a bit more motivation for some other stuff as well that I want to get done. All right, we're going to probably stay for about another 5 or so. If anybody else wants to jump in on the list, drop your question. Yeah, and that's what I need to spend a little bit more time doing, a little bit more self-love and self-care this next few weeks. But yes, self-love and worth are definitely what you need to pour into, right? And look, you know, simple ways, you know, there's simple ways that I don't know how dudes start that process, right? Like, guys, jump in if any of you fellas would like to let us ladies know what is it that you guys, you know, what are some simple steps or some simple things that you guys start off doing to start. You need to shave, right? So yeah, shave. So like, you know, for women, it's easy. Like, you know, we can do the whole nice bubble bath thing, and guys can do it too. I don't know why, but it's just, you know, I guess whatever you guys feel comfortable with, right? But you know, like having a bubble bath once a week, you know, and spending that same day, you know, like do all your stuff, you know, moisturize when you get out, scrub, all that sort of shit, you know, like spend a day of it, you know, doing that once a week or once a fortnight or something like that, like dedicating some actual time to it, and then it'll build from there. Hot shower, a nice hot shower. So like, look, I've made a few people, a few dudes take spiritual baths here before, so I've like set it all up and done it. They're like, right, go do your thing, go cleanse your foul energy. Face masks, yep, that's a good one. I mean I know it's becoming more popular, but again, you know, like I don't really look into too much about what you dudes are doing because I'm not a dude. But face masks, hot shower, a good shave. What are some other nice things you could do? There's some more out there ones that you could do, depending on, again, like how comfortable you are with your physical body. But even like just spending some time, like just, you know, just stretching your body, just moisturizing your body, like just little fucking things help. Haircut, yep. What about a good pedicure for guys, right? I think it's important. Pedicure, there he goes, boom. I was saying, like, it doesn't matter, you know, just because you're a female doesn't mean only women get pedicures, right? Like, men should absolutely look after their feet. It's fucking important to look after your feet, seeing as they are the two things that carry you in life the most, like that, right? It's important to look after your feet for sure. Massage, yeah. It's been a while since I've had a professional one, but I definitely get a good at-home one when I need it. All right, we might call it a night or a day. It's already called a night, isn't it? It's already called a day. Let's call it a day. It's already called that. Fucking hell. We might call it for today, guys. And we'll be back tomorrow. Those Vietnamese women always ask me, oh, what color? Just, you know, just some oil, thanks. Just some nice buff and oiling, thanks. No color. Yeah, we'll be tomorrow. I think we might go through then and do. So beginning of the week we did the all 12 signs. We did, what was it? Hold up, I got to go back and you know, I need specifics, right? I like specifics. What daily habits, routines are creating blocks or delays in your progress? So tomorrow we might do all 12 signs. What daily habits or routines would help to create more ease and better flow in your life, right? With the Virgo season being the theme here for that read. So we'll get that done tomorrow, Friday. Saturday I won't be on. Sunday we'll see how we go. I've got a doctor's appointment, but Monday, which my Monday, your Sunday night over in the States, will be our Leo read. We'll do that, but yeah, we'll just see how we go over the next few days. But tomorrow we'll get on and do those all 12 signs, and see what habits and routines are going to help to support your goals and your journeys, and go from there. If I've got any extra time over the weekend, I will. But yeah, we'll just see how we go. On that note, I love you guys so much. Thank you guys so much for all the comments, likes, shares, subscribes, for the super chats. I really do appreciate that. Also, guys, don't forget, you can go check out my Shopify store with all the jewelry that I make, my oracle cards, or for pre-recorded readings. If you're looking to get a personal private read, you can contact me via email, which again is also in the description box below. I love you guys so much, and I will see you guys in the next one. Mwah. Bye for now.